Hi everyone. In last part we learned that how we can apply basic form validations in Laravel. For example, how to apply validation for empty field, how to apply validation for email, maximum value, minimum value, and how we can display the error message with each of the input field. But sometimes we need some advanced feature of the validation. For example, what if we want to customize or change this default message, error message? And see, whenever we are submitting this form and if any of the form is not valid, the all form values are getting cleared after clicking on the add new user. You can see that. So how we can keep these values? And let's say if any of the field is not valid, then how we can change the input field style, like how we can change the color, background color or border color, anything, how we can change, we'll also learn about that. And see, all default messages are defined in a single file of the Laravel. So if you want to just change the default message for the each of the input field for complete project, then how you can do that? And why this is you can say that sensitive file, why should you be very carefully whenever you are changing this file? We'll also talk about that. And in last we'll discuss some important interview questions about to the Laravel validation. All right, so now let's move on the first part, like how we can apply the custom validation with the each of the input field. Now you can see that if I'm clicking on the add new user, for first field, the username, the message is the user field is required. But let's say we want to make it like this, like user field cannot be empty. Then how we can do that? Let me show you. We know that we are working with the two files. First one is user form.blade.php. There we defined our user form, right? And the another one is user controller. There we define the validation in last part. So let's say if you want to customize any error message, so what you need to do, in this validate function, you have to pass a second parameter also as an array like this, and then just mention the field name for which you want to customize the error message. Then after dot, put the validation type for which you want to change the validation message. For example, I want to change validation for the requirement. See, let me show you first. There are we applied the three validation on the username: required, maxwell and minimum value, right? For all of these, the error message is different. For now, this field is not this is empty field, so we have this message. So if I just put there one single value, because minimum character should be 3, right? Then you will find there's a different error message there, right? And if we will just put the more character than 15, then there will be the different message. So for each of the validation, the error message will be different, right? So now username, right, dot your validation type for which you want to customize the message. For example, I want to change it for the required, and then customized message should be as a value. For example, username cannot be empty, right? So for now you can see that previously you see that the username field is not the user field is required, that was the message, right? But now if I just click over there, you will find the user cannot be empty. The text we defined there, this is visible. Similarly, so let's say you want to define for the min value, then you can say that user minimum min characters should be 3, like this, right? And you can change any message. I'm just showing you some dummy things, right? So now if I just put sir 1 character, and then you will find the username field at least 3 characters. Acha, I just put there mix, it should be min. And again, if I just click there with 1 character, now you will find the user minimum character should be 3. Similarly, you can apply for the max also, and you can say that username max character limit is 3 is 15, right? Then let me just put some lots of characters there, and then you will find username max character limit is 15. Similarly, if you want to apply validation for email, this is also cool. Simply put their email, and by default the message is, if I just put some wrong message, then you will see okay, we just put there this one, right? Let me just remove it, and you will find this is the default message for invalid email. The email field should be a valid email address. So if I just put some other text like this email is not valid, then you will find we have this error message. All right, so the next thing is we are seeing, like, if I'm just putting some characters and clicking on the add new user, the value is actually getting removed from this. So how we can just keep as it is? So for that you have to use one function in the user form. So for the value, just use their value, and for this just use double in the quotes, single or double quotes, anyone you can use, and then curly braces, and you can use their old function, and inside this simply put their username, because we want to keep our username field value, right? So now if I'm just putting some value, clicking on the add new user, you will see the value of these two fields is not you can say that stored, but the value for username is as it is. So similarly you can copy and paste it with the other fields also. Let me paste it for email and city, and now if I'm just clicking over there, any value, these values are still there, right? They are not moving from behind. Either there is an error or either there is a no error, right? If I have just one character, these values also not valid, but still they are present. All right, okay, so the next thing, so let's say if a field is not valid and you want to apply some different color to this input field, then how you can do that? See, for that simply we have to apply a class first, right? So let me just use their class, and then we can use double curly braces inside this, and there is a function in the errors of Laravel, which is errors, and then first, and inside this first let's put your field name, which is user, like this. All right, and if this is present, that means there is an error, then you can apply some class for error, right? Let's say input error. Otherwise, if everything is fine, then you can just keep it empty. And now the thing is, you can do it with the each of the input field for email, and last one for city also, right? So now the thing is, if I'm just clicking on there, then you will find there should be a class, and the class is input error. So on this class, and if there is a no error, then there is a no class, right? So what we can do, I can apply some style over there, dot input error and border, let's say 1 pixel, solid, and then maybe we can put the red color, and similarly we can say that color is also red or something. Yeah, now let's see if I'm putting some wrong email address and all, clicking over there, and you can see that we have the red border and red text also, right? Okay, the next but the last thing is how we can publish the validation message. See, whatever message we are seeing there, which are the default message, not custom about, like the city field is required, from where they are coming, right? So there is a validation.php file internally, right? From there, from that file is responsible to display the message, but by default you can't see that message, you have to publish it. So what you can do, how you can publish, simply put there php artisan lang :publish, and now you will find that there will be another folder with the name of lang. come there, and now you can see that there is a lang folder. Inside this, validation.php is there, right? And you can try to find out field is required, and see, field is required for required field, and for email you can see that the email field must be valid, or everything, whatever messages we are seeing as a default, they are coming from this file. So let's see if you want to change the default message for email. Let me remove this message from there, and now you will see that for validation, if I'm just submitting, okay, we have to start our PHP server again, right? Then you will see the email field must be valid email. So let me just come there in the message, and then if I just put there hello at last, and you will find that this is also coming, right? So these are the default message. Now see, if you want to change or customize, if you want to customize your validation message for complete project, then you can make the changes directly in this file. But let's say if you want to make the what you can say, the customize validation message only for one file or two file, then you can use your make your customized message like this only, right? So that's all for this part. If you still have any confusion, any doubt, you can ask me in the comment section. Thank you so much. And this is my Paytm donation number for Paytm. And please don't forget to subscribe my channel, like this video, share your feedback in comment section. Thanks guys.